Welcome back to The Division 2. In this video I want to talk to you about the NPCs in the game and why I think that devs need to relook at them. There are a few different things that I'm going to be talking about and it's all from my personal experience. So the first thing I want to cover is the fact that the enemies are targeting your skills and destroying them far too quick. I run the Fixer drone and I also run the Revive Hive when that thing wants to work, and I've noticed the more and more I play that if I go down and my Revive Hive comes out and there's any form of an enemy near me, they are instantly going to shred my hive, and if you're playing heroic difficulty, that is going to be a wipe unless you're at the final boss area. Not only that, but when you pop your Fixer drone, if you're fighting against the True Sons and there is a heavy gunner, you can guarantee your drone will be taken out of the sky in 0.1 seconds. It's pretty much insta. They just wipe it out. There is no second thoughts, no nothing. They absolutely laser them. Another thing I want to talk about, there's not too many topics. The video won't be going on for, I'm hoping it doesn't even reach 10 minutes. But the enemies still, after the title update 8.4, they are still hitting like trucks. I've been running a few missions and I still play on heroic difficulty, whether I'm solo or group, and enemies are hitting me for 1,000,000 damage in a split second, and that includes red bar enemies. A simple red bar assault type enemy will hit you for 1,000,000 damage in a second. So even if you are running True Patriot with 1.8 million armor, or if you've squeezed 2 million armor out of it, that is gone in 2 seconds. There are no doubts about it. You are going to be shredded no matter what you run, and that's why I heavily suggest and always recommend that people run a DPS build, because if you can't defend yourself through survivability, or even run a skill build, because if you can't defend yourself through survivability, then you're going to have to be the offensive type. You're going to have to run a skill build or a DPS so that you're outputting enough damage against them to kind of make the fight more fair. The enemies are now spamming their skills and grenades a hell of a lot, especially compared to previous title updates and stuff. And when I say skills, I mean if you look at the elite medics, they are getting insta revives and there is nothing you can do to stagger them out of that res. If it's an elite thrower, and I get the elites are supposed to be more powerful, they're the best you can get besides the named and the bosses and stuff, but an elite thrower for the True Sons is going to underarm throw. And even with the enemies in Legendary on District Union Arena, they underarm throw their grenades. And in the Stronghold, when I was running it Legendary, they were doing that and the grenades were being thrown through cars. It's ridiculous. Their skills don't have hitboxes or anything. It's just crazy the amount of spam. If you go against like the Grenadier Warhounds for the Black Tusk, or there are a few different variants of enemies, the heavies for the True Sons, just the elites that are like fully armoured, they are going to plough grenades at you all the time. And one of those grenades from a heavy like enemy from the True Sun faction is going to hit you for 1,000,000 each time. So literally, if you're running a DPS build and you get hit by one of these grenades, you are downed instantly. And they're fired extremely fast and they hit like a truck. And then the final thing I want to talk about is, I believe it's quite a big talking point from the community. Enemies that are suppressed or behind cover, they seem for some reason to have pinpoint accuracy, even at distances of like over 150 meters, and they're using an SMG. They can literally just pop their hand up and they can just spray. Well, it should be spray and pray. That's what we would do. But these NPCs is like something you'd see out of Star Wars. They're just popping their little hand up over the top of the cover and they are hitting you with every single bullet. That would be okay, but it's just a load of shit because they hit so hard still. To me, even though they did 8.4 and it does feel a little bit easier, I still think they need to tweak the damage output from the enemies, because that was the biggest concern from me and I believe a lot of other players. It wasn't necessarily how much they were sponging, how much damage they were taking, it was more the damage they were dealing, and it still seems to be on the higher end of things. So I believe, again, the devs need to go back and look at it and do some more tweaking and tuning when they possibly can, because it's not fair for, that's why a lot of players resorted to the DPS glitch. or the damage glitch, whatever you want to call it. I used it for fun, me and my mates used it for fun, but some players were literally leaving comments saying, I'm never planning to use glitches in Division 2, but it's not fair how they can one-shot us and we can't one-shot them, so I'm going to use this damage glitch, and I'm going to make it a fair playing field. But I'm going to leave the video there. I want to know your thoughts and stuff in the comments as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.